One thing that's popular in geometry problems is to put one shape inside another and make it seem like we haven't told you enough information for you to calculate the area of the circle, for example. So take a look at what we have here. A rectangle is inscribed in a circle. That just means it's inside it, such that the side lengths are 3.4 and 4.4. Great, so we have some information here. Which of the following in square units is nearest to the area of the circle? So I want to focus on the area of the circle here. What do we need to calculate that? I really hope you have two things about circles memorized. Okay, if this is the radius of a circle, you ought to know that the circumference of a circle equals 2 pi r. And you ought to know that the area of that circle equals pi r squared. I'm not sure which version you've got. You might have circumference, you might have area, but those two formulas are important. Well, what's the radius? We don't know. It's not given to us anyway, but we can figure it out. What I want you to do is take a look at this circle and imagine drawing a radius. If you draw your radius like this, not so helpful, because I don't know what that distance is. But if you draw your radius in a different spot, like this, well, maybe I can do something with that. Because if you look at this, that's the diagonal of this rectangle. And if you imagine drawing some sides here like that and like this, okay, take a look at what we've got. This is a right triangle. And we know how to solve those things using Pythagorean theorem. So let's just put a and b over here. And according to the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals r squared. Well, I actually know a and b. A is 1/2 of 4.4. So let's use that information we were given. This is going to be 4.4 divided by 2. That's my a value. And the b value is 3.4 divided by 2. We're going to square that. And that will give me what r squared is. And, of course, my calculator is gone, so let's just Google this one. Let's see, 2.2 squared. Let me go here. Okay, so 4.84 on the left, and let's see what we get on the right here. So I got 2.89 equals r squared. Okay, let's add those together. So I get 7.73 equals r squared. Well, remember our formula. I don't actually need to figure out r because I know r squared. So plug it on in. That means area of the circle equals pi r squared, which is pi times 7.73. And that is 7.73. Okay, so we get 24.3. Okay, that's our area. And you probably could have actually figured that out if you said, oh, pi is almost a little more than 3. So a little more than 3 times something that's almost 8, yeah, it's about 24. Now, if you had a circumference problem, you would have needed to figure out r. Okay, you would have needed to square root this guy and figure out r. But deal with that when you get to it.